First for you right now on the night team. So where's the snow on this Thanksgiving week? Well, take a good look. This is new video tonight of Fargo, North Dakota. 8 inches of snow on the ground so far. Traffic stuck in some places. Sections of 2 different interstates were closed today right in the Fargo area due to blowing snow and crashes. And right now live, let's switch to our own Max HD radar showing you Kentuckiana here at 11 o'clock. And right there in the middle of your screen, there's the River City. It's been damp and chilly all day long around here, but get this. Right now, we may be seeing our actual warmest temperatures of the day. We are getting you ready for a really cold Thanksgiving. Hello, everyone. I'm Doug Prophet, along with Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell. And Mallory, I thought it was fascinating. You told us at 6 that our high for tomorrow is actually going to be happening in, what, 1 hour from now?
Yeah, pretty much 12:01 tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to feel like one of those backwards days where we hit our high first and then temperatures actually tumble throughout the course of the day. That's behind a front that's going to be reinforcing that cold air here. You can see the Max HD radar tonight. Showers continuing to push off to the east. That wraparound snow from North Dakota and South Dakota moving into Minnesota, bringing a lot of wind along with it. So some blizzard conditions possible far off to our north. But here at home, we're still just dealing with some patchy drizzle out there, lingering cloud cover, a few spotty showers from time to time. Temperatures, yes, they are mild for now, but you can tell that colder air, 35 degrees in Des Moines, that will be headed our direction here soon. So hour by hour futurecast through tonight, cloudy skies, patchy drizzle, spotty light showers, and once again, those temperatures dropping throughout the course of the day on Wednesday, gusty winds making it feel even colder. We'll see chilly sunshine for our Thanksgiving, and we'll talk much more about that forecast coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then in just a few minutes. Thank you, Mallory. All news since 6. Today marks 3 weeks since the fatal UPS plane crash that took the lives of 14 people. That crash site has been heavily guarded ever since. But Metro government is now slowly moving back their blockade to let some companies get right back to work. WHAS 11 night team's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Levi Hammer spoke with an employee who had just emerged from that barrier tonight and says it's been tough on the community.
Even through thick clouds, UPS Worldport continues their delivery operations. It's been 3 weeks since the fatal plane crash on November 4th, a moment that's left many weary.
Disbelief, I mean, I still can't really believe it. It still doesn't seem real.
Nathan Blessett works for Rusty Rooster Recycling, covered in oil from a day at work. His company not damaged from the crash and located just behind this police blockade, preventing the public from getting near the scene.
They've let me get back there. Kind of had trouble a couple times, but I mean, there's really no reason for it to be shut down. You know, it's right before all the construction and all that.
On Tuesday, the blockade that's been in the same spot located off of Outer Loop and just a few feet into Gray Lane is still active. But officials say that's going to be changing on Wednesday, as this blockade should be pushed down a bit further.
We've got 3 phases to try to get businesses that are affected back into their locations, and we're happy to say that phase 1 to business owners and their customers is going to be open tomorrow, and that's from Don Hudson Boulevard south to the Outer Loop. So we're going to open that up. We're going to move our security checkpoint back.
This sign on Gray Lane acknowledges the change south of Don Hudson Boulevard. It's a moment Blessett and his boss have been waiting weeks for.
Whenever they're allowed to come back here, so we're just getting stuff ready and clean up and get ready because we're going to be pretty busy, I'm sure, you know, since Gray Day's gone.
We also spoke with the owner of Rusty Rooster Recycling, Tom Brooks, who says in a statement, quote, "We are grateful to be opening our business back up. We hope that progress continues on the cleanup so that everyone in our community can get back to work ASAP. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone at the Grade A Recycling family."
I mean, it's been tough, but there's not really anything you can do about it, you know. So we move forward. Just feel sorry for the families and, you know, during Thanksgiving and all the holidays.
So as things start to move forward slowly, of course, we'll never forget the families and their loved ones on this difficult week for them. And the plan here that we learned today from emergency officials is to start opening up in phases. So were you able to learn how many phases we're talking about and when different companies could start getting back in there to reopen?
Yeah, Doug, so that's going to be going through 3 phases, actually, and the executive director says it'll happen in that sort of sense. The second phase would include reopening Gray Lane from Don Hudson Boulevard north to Crittenden Drive. So right now it's open south of Don Hudson on Gray Lane. That's going to go north. And the third phase will be opening Melton, Knott, Abel, and Hawkins Avenue roads. Those are the roads surrounding the crash site. Now, there's no solid timeline on when they will reopen yet, as they continue to navigate challenges in their cleanup efforts. But we plan to visit Rusty Rooster and interview the owner at their shop tomorrow evening. Reporting live in studio, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Jose, thank you. You've been spending a lot of time in the South End. Again, our coverage continuing tomorrow. And don't forget, you can also stay up to date by downloading the free WHAS 11 Plus app. We have updates tonight on the live breaking news we showed you as it was happening at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. 2 people injured, one of them a teenager, after a shooting that happened in the Jacobs neighborhood of the South End. The shooting happening on Craig Avenue around 3:40 this afternoon. That's in the South End right near the Waterston Expressway. They found a 17-year-old girl with a graze wound from a gunshot. And as police were helping her, police were then alerted to another gunshot victim, a male with a gunshot injury to his leg. Detectives believe that the shooting may have happened over on Callard Avenue. That's just about 2 minutes away around the corner from Craig Avenue. So far, police say they have no motive and no suspect. The Metro police officers involved in a deadly shooting over this weekend have been identified now. The 2 officers involved are Officer Patrick Norton and Officer Richard Waller. The shooting happened this past Saturday night just before 10 p.m. on East Southland Boulevard in the Southside neighborhood. The 2 officers fired shots toward an armed robbery suspect, according to police. That suspect then allegedly pulled a gun at the officers. The suspect died at the scene. Officer Patrick Norton has faced prior disciplinary action, while Officer Richard Waller has not. According to official documents, Officer Norton was involved in an officer-involved shooting back in 2019. There was no disciplinary action taken. Earlier this year, Chief Paul Humphrey commended his actions for apprehending suspects since completing the K-9 training school. Now to the crush of the air and on the roadways. It's Thanksgiving travel time, and we are giving you a live look at the Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. In January, just past January, it was officially named the world's busiest airport for the 2nd year in a row. In fact, the old joke that when you die and go to heaven, you're going to pass through Atlanta's airport first. We are nearing the day before Thanksgiving in less than an hour. And it's one of the busiest travel days of maybe the entire season, with Thanksgiving less than 2 days away. And it comes as severe weather is hitting parts of the United States. Here's ABC's Alex Stone with a brand new update.
Millions of Americans are heading out of town, from Philadelphia to Chicago. AAA says over 73 million people are driving this holiday. Millions of others are flying.
When I think of Thanksgiving week travel, I think of millions of people flooding through a place all together at once.
The FAA says on Tuesday alone, over 52,000 flights were scheduled as 2 major storms are sweeping across the country. The Midwest dealing with heavy snow, in the south all the way up to the Northeast, drenching rain, impacting flights from Washington to New York. Impacted passengers are hoping for the best.
Hopefully I can get on my plane today. If not, then, maybe they can reschedule me before Thanksgiving.
In Atlanta, the world's busiest airport, severe weather bringing flights to a halt.
The tower is evacuating and going down to minimal staffing due to a possible tornado over the airport.
No tornado was ever confirmed. But the same system did create tornadoes in Texas. And back on the roads on I-95, watch as this tractor trailer veers off the highway near Richmond, Virginia, exploding into a fireball Tuesday morning. Traffic was backed up for miles. Elsewhere, drivers are stuck as well.
We know everybody's going to be traveling and just trying to get ahead.
Now, Wednesday is expected to be almost as busy on the roads, and then Sunday, when everybody's coming back before work and school on Monday, both traffic and the airports are expected to be jammed at record-breaking levels. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now tomorrow, Wednesday, is when Louisville's airport expects its busiest travel day on the front end of Thanksgiving, Sunday being the next big travel day. This week, 36,000 people are expected to fly out of the Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport for the holiday. It's the same number of flyers that the airport saw last year, which was a record-breaking Thanksgiving travel year. Overall, AAA saying 73 million people will drive across the country to their holiday plans this year. That's up 1.3 million from last year. Now, we were at the Louisville airport today, SDF, hearing from passengers and staff about their experiences during the hectic travel season.
Honestly, it was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Like, TSA was quick, and getting the flights was kind of a problem. So our first flights got canceled, actually. We had to rebook, but besides that, it was good.
The busiest travel times on the roads are expected to be between 11 a.m. to 7, so it's recommended to try to leave earlier in the morning or later at night. And here at the airport, the busiest times will be before 8:30 in the morning. Remember to arrive at our airport at least 2 hours before your flight leaves. All new tonight, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg announcing the new executive director of the Metro Public Works Department. That's the person who's going to be in charge of the snow removal here in Jefferson County. Wesley Sidnor will fill the position. Sidnor has more than 25 years of experience in engineering, infrastructure, management, and public service. Since 2008, he's been with MSD, but in recent years, he worked with state and federal partners pushing for clean water initiatives. Sidnor will officially start at Metro Public Works, his new role on December 8th. Continuing our coverage of the Indiana redistricting battle, the Indiana House will meet this coming Monday, December 1st, to debate redrawing Indiana's congressional districts. The House Minority Leader spoke to the challenges Democrats face in this issue, while one Republican state representative said he's glad both chambers are finally taking up the issue.
Sure, I'm kind of glad now we know something. I think part of the frustration was not knowing what's going to happen. We still haven't, as far as I know, seen any maps. So it'll be good to finally see that so we can evaluate whether we think it's good or bad.
You know, we are in the super minority, so we can't, walk out and stop the proceedings. So now there are some, certainly there's probably some House Republicans that don't want to vote for this either. And, maybe they're the ones that shouldn't show up.
The move is being pushed by Indiana Governor Mike Braun. The Vice President J.D. Vance has visited Indianapolis twice to push for redistricting. Louisville is getting in the giving spirit tonight as a community organization is making Thanksgiving easier for immigrants. It's brand new on the night team, coming your way next. And then 2 turkeys, in the president's words, were saved in the nick of time. President Donald Trump continuing a holiday tradition at the White House today.
And here's a check of today's Kentucky Lottery jackpots. Mega Millions, $70 million. Powerball, $681 million.
The Kentucky Lottery, funding education for over 1 million Kentucky students.